We're in 7 countries in Southern Africa, including South Africa. We've got about 150 stores outside South Africa. Our business in Zimbabwe, where we have a joint venture, continues to do well and to grow.
Even with the challenges Zimbabwe's been having?
Even with the challenges. We've learned a lot of lessons. The real problem with Zimbabwe is not the trading and it's getting stock for the business. So we're buying more and more from our local suppliers up there. And the real issue is how do you externalize dividends, which we haven't found a solution to yet. But if we look at our other markets, such as Zambia, we're doing nicely, but Zambia is in a difficult space economically in itself. Most of our other countries are more the SADC countries, the Botswana and Namibia, those ones. And we're doing very nicely in them. We're going to Nigeria hopefully within the next year. We're busy building our first stores there, and we're going to learn what it's like to do business in Nigeria. We don't know yet. We've got a fantastic partner who's very experienced. They've been in Nigeria with big business for, 80 years now. It's the Leventis Group, and we think together we're going to be able to build a decent retail business there. But we're going to learn our lessons. We know we're going to learn some lessons there, but we're prepared to do that as a company.
Many of your counterparts have gone out into markets such as Nigeria or Francophone Africa and come back with their tail in between their legs a bit.
We've had our experiences. We went to Australia and we've fortunately got out of our Australian ventures without too much damage. We've been in markets like Mauritius and Mozambique, and we found that they weren't optimal for us, and we've left those markets. We had franchise in both of those. If you don't try and you don't learn, you're never going to make it work. So it's not going to be betting the bank in any way going into Nigeria. It's a case of putting a couple of stores down, seeing if we can trade them, seeing how we can trade it. And if it works, then we can roll it out. If it doesn't work, well, unfortunately, we've learned another lesson.
Why do you think now's the right time to expand into a Nigerian market?
We've had this plan in place for 5 years. It's just been impossible to get sites and to actually get established. So it's not that now's the right time. It's been a plan for a while. But when you're looking at retail investing, it's not a short-term investment. You've got to take a minimum of a 20-year view. Because you sign leases, you've got to get up to critical mass, and it takes you a number of years to get enough stores down to get to that critical mass before you start making profits and what have you out of it. So when you start, before you get there, you've actually got to contain the losses, because we know we're going to lose money for the first couple of years. We just don't want to have a negative impact on the business. So it's a very fine line, but it is a long-term play.
And lastly, what trends are you tracking in the retail sector this year and next year?
But I think for me, one of the real important things is how we're tying together all our services, our technology side of our business. You'd have seen we launched the Time Bank initiative in our stores a couple of days ago. How that's going to roll out and how that's going to impact on our customers. Based on that, we give our customers free Wi-Fi in the stores. Because one of the real problems in South Africa is most people can't afford the airtime. So if they've now, people who hopefully are going to open those Time accounts are going to be able to get some free airtime, so it'll help them and empower them. See how that interfaces with our smart shopper business, with our services. Another trend that I'm seeing is we're going to roll out more of our market stores, which is aimed at the emerging markets, which is a franchise concept, but it's owned by these small shops in the township areas largely. And we're very happy with our rollout of that. So we've seen a lot on that side. In our Boxer business, we're very happy with the way that's been rolling out, and we'll continue expansion and building that business. And in our retail business, it's going to be utilizing more of the technology that we've put in place into it, streamlining our back end, getting our distribution even more streamlined than it is, our logistics, because that's where we've got to get it right. Absolute focus on getting our customer service right in the stores. So we put a lot of effort into that over the last year. You might have noticed within our stores we've relayed an enormous number of them. We just refocused the customer offering. So I think the trend is all about focusing more on the customer, making sure that the technology becomes an enabler, not a cost. So it helps to build the business as a whole and to make sure that we become the most efficient business. You know, as I said, we've got 3 core values. The one was doing good is good business. The second one is our customer is queen. And the third one is to be the most efficient business that we can. And it's actually a circular system. If you aren't looking after your customer, you don't create enough surplus, you can't look after your doing good. And if your efficiency is not right, you then are not looking after your customer. So it's that continuous virtuous circle that we need to keep watching.